Hi friends. I was sitting here thinking today, and I was thinking about a mountain trail. And if you were on a hike and you came to a fork in the road and you were out of water and you still had a long way to go on your hike, you had to choose which direction to go. One direction will take you down a path that has a beautiful babbling brook with waterfalls, and it eventually runs into a bigger river, and it's just basically a rushing stream of water that travels over rocks, and a beautiful moving trail of water. The other path also has a water source. However, this water source is just one giant pool of water, and it's still and quiet. It's pretty in that there's a lot of vegetation around it. There's vegetation in the water. There's moss, there's reeds, maybe some lilies in the water, but it's still and it's quiet. There's no movement in the water. You have a choice to make. Which path are you going to take? Good afternoon, folks. I'm Karma with Lewis Acre Farm, and today is Thursday, May 30th, and I'm here today with your thoughts for Thursday. We are reading today from Moments of Peace in the Presence of God for couples. Today's topic isn't necessarily just for couples, but it can definitely be applied to any relationship that is based on love. Our topic today is love in motion. And I bring up the topic of water because it really does apply to our topic today. Let me read to you and see if you can pick up on why I mentioned the two sources of water. Love in motion. Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. Hebrews 10:24, New International Version. When love is idle, it ceases to grow, and when it ceases to grow, it dies. To retain its strength and power in your life, it must always be in motion. It is like your body in this regard. Only when your body is dead does it cease to slough off old cells and create new ones. For this reason, you cannot depend on memories of love. Each day, you must find new reasons to love, new words to communicate it, and new ways to affirm it. Love must be fed, watered, and renewed day by day. Ask God to show you how to keep your love fresh for a lifetime, and He will show you. God, show us how to keep our love ever in motion, always growing, always surprising us with its brightness. Amen. Let us not love in word or in tongue, but in deed and in truth. 1 John 3:18, New King James Version. Okay, so I used the example of the two paths in the mountains because if you are needing water to drink, your healthy choice, the one that's going to nourish you, is going to be water that is moving. You don't want to drink stagnant water because it's going to be full of germs and bugs and things that are going to make you sick. If you choose water that's in motion, the chances of getting sick from that water are much lower. And that's just something that you learn when you begin doing things in the outdoors. So if you apply that to relationships, if you want your relationship to be healthy, you've got to have it in motion. It's got to be moving forward at all times, or it's going to stagnate and grow things that are not healthy. It's going to grow resentment. It's going to grow discontent, disinterest. You'll become so disillusioned with each other that you just kind of give up and go your separate ways. You'll grow apart. And I think that that is one reason why marriages begin to fail, is because we stop feeding the love and stop feeding the marriage with the little things. It doesn't take much to feed love. It's those little things that say, hey, you know what? You're still the apple of my eye. You know what? I think you're special. Hey, you know what? I'm glad we're together. You know what? You mean the world to me. Hey, you know what? I was thinking about you today. You know what? I saw this and it reminded me of you. And you know, it doesn't have to be things. It could be a little note, a little post-it note on the mirror for them to find in the morning. I thought about you. I love you. It could be a little note in their lunchbox and just telling them that you're thinking about them. It could be something as simple as going on a picnic, saying, you know what? I know we have a lot to do today, and we've got projects that are stacking up, but we need some time together. Let's pack a picnic and go to the park and just go for a picnic. So what? It's going to take 2 hours out of our day. That's 2 hours spent together. It does not have to cost. You know what Logan and I did yesterday? We fed the love. We fed the love for our family. And this was all Logan's idea. He had the day off from work yesterday, and we planned ahead. We went and picked up our son, and the three of us went into Meridian, which is another town about 20 minutes away. There's a brand new Scheels store that just opened about a month and a half ago. And we spent about 5 hours just walking through the store and being silly, window shopping. We didn't buy a single thing. All we did was walk through the store and look and be silly, trying on hats and looking at the flies for the fly fishing and trying to guess the high prices and just, you know, having fun and bonding. And when we were all done, we went out to dinner before we took our son home. And that is love in motion. So I challenge you this week to find the little ways to keep the love in motion. Feed the love. Cause your love to grow in all your relationships. There is so many different ways that you can make the love grow. Cause the love to bloom in your relationships. When you do, that bouquet that you plant in your kitchen window, or that flower garden that you're growing in your front yard that says love grows here, is going to be the most beautiful one on the block when you feed the love. And I challenge you to do it. You can do it. It only takes one of you to start feeding the love, and before you know it, that garden's going to grow. You just have to plant the seed and start watering it. So for this week, put that love in motion. And until next week, I'm Karma with Lewis Acre Farm. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Share it with a friend, a neighbor, a family member, somebody who you think could learn a little something from what you've heard today. And I will catch you next week on Your Thought for Thursday.